everyone, hope you're having a fabulous day. My name is Kim and today I want to tell you everything about Bulletproof Coffee. I'm so excited about this beverage. I drink it every single morning and I feel the benefits of it. It's incredible. Wonderful way to fuel not only your body but also your mind. So let me tell you all about it. So Bulletproof Coffee, that's when we add butter, grass-fed butter, and MCT oils in our coffee and we blend it. And I know it sounds absolutely disgusting, and believe me, when I heard it for the first time, I thought that is ridiculous. Why would I ever destroy my coffee like that? But it actually works, and there's some great health benefits that go with it as well. Now, when I first heard about it, it took me about a year before I even tried it. Don't be like me, because once I tried it, I haven't skipped a single day. I feel the difference in my body and my mind when I drink it in the morning. Because we put so much good quality fat into the Bulletproof Coffee, it will keep you fueled and feeling full for hours. So what a lot of people do is that they actually skip their normal breakfast in the morning, which for most of us is quite high in carbs generally, and they do the Bulletproof Coffee instead, and it keeps them full and feeling great until lunchtime. And another great thing about the Bulletproof Coffee is that it can be part of your ketogenic diet. So if you're doing that, it's an amazing addition. And also if you are doing intermittent fasting. So for a lot of people who are doing intermittent fasting, they'll skip breakfast, which is great, and then eat a late lunch. But what tends to happen is that your energy might go down a little bit as approaching lunch, And if you want to be a high performance individual and you got a lot of work to get through, of course you want your mind to be sharp all the way through. You don't want to get that energy slump. And that's where the Bulletproof Coffee comes in. Because if you take that in the morning, you're not actually breaking your fast. Your body is still in that fasting mode. So you can have your Bulletproof Coffee, which will give you that fuel and energy and fullness that you need to get through to your late lunch for your intermittent fasting. So it is very good for whether you're on a ketogenic diet, doing intermittent fasting, or indeed anyone else. Even for those of you who are still eating breakfast full of carbs, the Bulletproof Coffee will work and release ketones into your body, fueling that brain of yours, giving you the focus, concentration, and energy that you need to go out and conquer the world. The first thing we're gonna need for our Bulletproof Coffee is, of course, coffee. Who doesn't love coffee? I love coffee. But it's important to choose a good quality coffee. The problem with a lot of coffees is that they have mycotoxins in them, and that's just toxins produced by mold, which is very common in coffee. When they've done studies, they found that coffee that you buy in the store, these studies were done in America, that about 50 to 70% of the coffee has mycotoxins in it. That's a lot, and that has a negative effect on your mind, your body. So we want to try and choose coffee that doesn't have as much mycotoxins. So how do we do that? Well, firstly, probably avoid your instant coffee. They've shown that if you buy beans, for instance, tends to have lower mycotoxin level. But of course, it also has to do with how the coffee was processed, right? So we are very lucky in Zambia here because we have very good quality local coffee that is harvested in the dry season, so there is less likelihood of mold on the beans. So if you buy a local Zambian coffee bean or beans that have been ground into powder, you should be pretty safe. So the coffee I'm using today is Marika's beautiful Zambian coffee. And I have made a French press here that I'll be using. I'm just making 1 cup for myself, so I have this little cute French press here. The next thing you're gonna need is butter, and I have some beautiful butter here, Zambian butter, and it is from grass-fed cows. Now that is very important. You do not want to buy just any commercial butter because all that butter is obviously highly processed, but it's also from grain-fed cows. And that makes a big difference because cows are meant to eat grass. and the nutrients that come from the food they eat go into the end product, into the butter. So butter that is from grass-fed cows will have a lot more omega-3 than if you just buy commercial butter. So I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon into my blender. So I'm gonna put all that butter into my blender. There we go. Now, I would not start with 1 tablespoon, okay? So if you're new to this, maybe start with a teaspoon and then you build it up to a tablespoon, and you can even go to 2 tablespoons. When I started, that's what I did, because to be honest with you, my body was not used to consuming that much fat. So it took my body a little bit of time to get used to it, but you do get used to it. And remember, fat isn't gonna make you fat. That's like one of the biggest diet myths out there. Do not worry, okay? This is just gonna fuel your body and, like I said, fuel your brain, and you will feel the difference. Next ingredient that we're gonna need for our bulletproof coffee is MCT oil. So MCT oil is, it stands for medium chain triglycerides. Triglycerides, it's like fat, right? And you want a good quality one. So check the back and see what oils are in there. This is an exceptionally good one because it has 60% caprylic acid, C8, and 40% capric acid, which is C10. Now, those come from coconut oil. So all they've done is concentrate these 2 oils from coconut oil into this MCT oil. And the reason those 2 oils are so great is because of their ketogenic ability. So what I'm saying with that is that when you take the C8 and C10, they convert into ketones in your body much better than coconut oil on its own or in general, right? So you're gonna get a much greater load of ketones when you're taking a good quality MCT oil, and those ketones will fuel your body and your mind. So basically you're fueling through fat rather than sugar. So I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. Just like the butter, start with a teaspoon and then work yourself up to a tablespoon, and that can go to 2 tablespoons later if you want to. So I'm just putting a tablespoon here. Here we go. So I have both my oils in here, my grass-fed butter, my MCT oil, and I'm gonna add the coffee now. That was hot coffee. Now, that is enough to make your bulletproof coffee, but what I do is I add 1 more ingredient just to get it up to another level, and that is hydrolyzed collagen. So collagen is so phenomenal for your skin. So it keeps you looking young. That skin elasticity helps combat wrinkles and actually is good for all tissue in your body. So I add a bit of collagen protein, and a good dose would be 2 teaspoons. There we go. And now we're just gonna blend it. Make sure the lid is on properly. You wanna blend the coffee between 20 and 30 seconds, and the blending process is really, really important. Don't just put your butter and MCT oil in the coffee and mix it. You have to blend it. So let's see how it turned out. So you'll see it gets a beautiful froth on the top. Pour it up here. Look at that. It almost looks like a cappuccino. There you have it. Yummy. It is really nice. Obviously has a very creamy flavor from the oils and that froth. It actually feels like I'm drinking a cappuccino, I'm not kidding you. The only thing is now I haven't added any sweeteners to this. You do not want to add sugar because then of course you're putting carbohydrates in there, but you can add natural sweeteners. As always, never ever add any artificial sweeteners because they're so bad for you. But natural sweeteners like stevia, xylitol, erythritol, monk fruit, any of those would be fine to add to this if you prefer the sweeter taste. That is so good. So I woke up at 5:30 this morning and I made myself a bulletproof coffee. It's about 11 o'clock now and I haven't eaten anything else, and I'm still feeling really good, really energized. I'm not hungry. So once again, I really feel that this works, and I recommend you try it. See for yourself. Just a couple more things to remember. Don't add any milk or milk substitutes like soya milk or almond milk or anything like that. It's just coffee with the butter, but not industrial butter, okay? Try and get farm butter, preferably from cows that have been grass-fed rather than grain-fed. And then add your MCT oils. Don't start adding like canola oil or sunflower oil or any of these cooking oils. They are terrible for you, okay? So it's grass-fed butter, MCT oil, and then if you want to, like I did, put some collagen in there as well. Good luck, try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it helps your energy levels, if you feel a difference in your clarity of mind and focus. I would love to know. And if you like the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.